insane. This man ain't got a clue. And what what did he represent himself for? Well, we all know the answer to that. He can't afford an attorney, so he try to act like he's an attorney. This man ain't no damn attorney. He damn sure embarrassed himself trying to impress his crew. That man's whole attitude, his whole demeanor was shit-faced at the beginning. But when that man said that, when the other people started trying to come in, he said that he wasn't going to let nobody in, but he let them know that it'll be streamed on YouTube, right? His whole demeanor changed. He started talking loud and trying to, oh no, you're Martin Luther King. Lord, that's off the chain. Questions. You missed the whole court. But that's the top. It's on YouTube. It's 143rd Judicial District Court. And that's the one at the top. Y'all can always go on YouTube and watch it and rewatch it too. It was hilarious. I enjoyed every bit of it. I've seen it like twice now. Well, maybe 3 times because I was there and in the Zoom and then I saw it. I played it earlier today and then I'm playing it tonight. So y'all enjoyed y'all movie? Did y'all enjoy the movie?
I think I had felt like something was going on, like a court thing with him. I'm dealing with my own stuff, y'all. So
I get it.
so much stuff is going on in everybody's life. But what I wanted to say is I am proud of you guys for sticking to it because when I first when you first started doing these videos, I had already knew he wasn't about anything, but I had already ducked out, before I even got knee deep. I didn't get nowhere close enough I already smelled the bull crap before I even had to deal with anything. But other people had gotten far involved. And by the time, I think we was hearing stuff at that time too. So, it was always interesting to see when you had all the stuff that you were bringing, because you're the only person that I actually see and follow and hear, because I disconnected anything that I would see of him. Don't even want to hear it. So I just followed you, and then I'm like, wow, in the courts, interesting, because I have a case in Texas too. So and I see mine is in Dallas though, for what's going on in my life. But it was interesting to see that you guys took it all the way there, and I watched the tail end enough to see him have shit on his face.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what it looked like. Like, dang, like, how could you guys? Like, I'm Malcolm Turner. Like, why would you do me like this? Like, you know who I am? But yeah, you got caught in your shit, and it's good that you guys held him accountable for any of the errors and the wrongs he was doing to everybody. That's what's up. What I want to ask is, y'all all got the attorneys, and then they looked into it to see that, because it looked like it's about 3 attorneys. Am I right?
Yeah, that's the guy with the pretty blue eyes in the suit. That was the assistant attorney general. And then they had a Texas Ranger in there. They had another investigator in there because they literally told him, you're reading off the wrong one. That ain't it. This not the criminal. This is the civil. They're going to end up making him pay another fine. But this time, y'all remember when that first fine was $220,000? That was just a month, and that's because they never left off the property, so they were finding them while they're there. And if they stay there 3 months, that's going to be like $660,000.
So he's supposed to move from some property?
Yeah, that he just told them to leave. They have to leave the property, and it's a temporary. They have to leave temporary. So when they go to court, then that will be permanent. And while they have them in court, which is why they said they're not going to have them on Zoom no more, these people had to contact him through Facebook to get a response from him. He tried to say that he didn't know about the first court date and this and that and the other. Yes, you did, because he sent Juanita and Holiday Ham and 2 other women in there stinking up the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? He sent them in there, and Malcolm was actually in Texas at the time, but he just didn't go to court. he sent them in there so he can find out what was being said. Plus, everything is public everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't say that. Also, he still want to sit there and make that claim that they were the only black people in Loving County, Texas. I guess that makes Kay and her family purple or green. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. He lost his claim went out the window. That race, I mean, he did not play with that race card. That judge was like, no, we're not doing that. This is not what this is about, you know. And that's what it was. And he stuck to it every time. And at the end and closing, he want to talk like Martin Luther King, like he want to, like it was a "I'm a Dream" speech and shit. And he thought he ate. Somebody said that earlier. I think Vaughn said he thought he ate. No, he didn't. He thought he did, but he didn't. They set him right on up. They played chess with that nigga. Chess. And guess what? Checkmate, because they don't told him in so many words. No, that case goes with your criminal, stuff, and they still getting more information for him.
So he gonna end up going to jail.
Yes, absolutely. And the saddest part is that those people that's out there with them, all those people that names that they called, and I'll call them again if y'all didn't hear them.
They gonna go to jail too?
Yes, because they're not innocent and they're not victims. Why? Because they made videos stating that they were coming out there and they were going to take over Loving County, Texas. So they have those videos as well. And
Wait a
whatever.
minute, wait. So that's what they would. So what was the house? They took over the house or something? They didn't go to court to get the house?
They ain't never built no house. He got them out there living in RVs and tents. And now he's tried to state that isn't an RV a home. They was checking him about offering people free homes, and they went from homes to homelessness. Those people are homeless now because they left everything behind, their jobs, their
at the front door. He was a Jim Jones. Like, what the hell?
They left their houses. Some of those girls was on Section 8, but Tashayla had sense enough to take her 5 kids back. That's why he said it's like 20 of them there, because it was 30 plus people. But see, Tashayla, she's 1, and then she has 5 kids, so that's 6. So somebody else must have left. I'm not sure who it is yet, but I'm gonna find out. But yeah, I wonder why Gangsta Carrie and Candy wasn't in there. Y'all want me to call the names he called for his witness? So Tanya Reed, which is Tanya Lewis, and she is the one that looked like Free Willy in that pink bathing suit and that his so-called late. Chastity Ray, Carrie Thomas, that's the nappy-headed one I just showed y'all that says she's a proud member of MPOP. Latoya Threats, she was there looking homeless, hair all messed up. Raheem Slayton, he ain't even turned his camera on. Anthony Lanes, looking dusty. Jasmine Tyree Bradford, looking like the people under the stairs or more like the crypt keeper. Juanita Hunt, she looks like that camel that I'm going to force out on his page. Andre Bradford, that's the one that was stealing water with Anthony Lanes. And Brandy Canaan, she has 5 kids. She's the woman that took Vaughn's kids away from him, and he hasn't heard from his kids in months. Nisha B., he didn't even know her last name, is Boston, bitch, Boston. And Ashley Nwatake, he couldn't even pronounce it. That should tell him he don't give a damn about y'all. He can't even pronounce y'all name. He don't even know who y'all are. Oh, and Donna Watson. He don't even know who the hell y'all are. All he knows is that y'all give him money, and that's all the fuck he cares about. That they give him money. And it's awful because they just messed themselves up. And see how he fucked up their lives? Because now they don't have
nothing to show for it. Now they don't have nothing to show for it. And see, those attorney generals, everybody who putting the claim in, I don't know if those people gonna get restitution. Like, is somebody fighting for the people to get whatever,
Oh, we're gonna do that. But as far as those people out there, we're not helping them with this shit. They took their ass out there with their grown asses with their kids. Ain't nobody tell them. And just like that lady, it was a lady we had on here, and the clip is on my page too. Her name was Creek Love the Kids. This girl said she was going to get a party bus from her cousin and they were going to go rescue those families. She came back 3 weeks later and said that she had 20 men, 7 women, and she rescued 2 families. She said the kids were just hugging on them, pulling on them, and they were pillaging for food. Then she said the kids say, and somebody got sick, so we buried them over there. I had to get that girl off my page because we don't do no lying over here. We don't. She
Is
was
that
sick.
what she was lying? Oh
She
my
was
goodness.
lying like a mug because ain't no bus came out there to pick up no families.
Oh my goodness.
It's on
Why
my
would you
page.
come on here and say that crap?
She was sipping, honey. She was sipping.
She had a vision, child. She was visioning that she wanted to go do
She
that.
told us, she said, we going to get them since y'all won't. Y'all won't. And I still ain't going to go out there and get no grown ass dummies for taking their ass out there and y'all out there shitting in buckets. I don't feel sorry for them. The only victims in this situation is those kids.
It was a lot of people. Like when I was on that call, it was so many people lined up to go out there and do. And when I seen that folks had actually went out there, I was actually hopeful that it was going to be a prosperous situation for them. But once that trip, that first one, it wasn't what he planned. You know how people will plan something, and then when it don't go right the first time, then you already got your antennas up. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then stuff started changing and shifting, and people falling out and having stories about what happened out there. I'm like, wait a minute. So, like I said, I'm proud of you guys, like sticking it out and holding him accountable. Because just think of it. If you can do that with him, there's so many other agencies and corporations that also need to be held accountable for the atrocities that they caused in our community.
Absolutely. And it's our skinfolk. All skinfolk ain't kinfolk. It's us that's doing it to each other. But Malcolm's the only scammer that I've seen scamming his own people. Everybody else on here, they begging for money, saying they're homeless and stuff.
We getting scammed by like I said, we getting scammed by the agencies, by the corporations. And it don't matter. You can point any ABC letter corporation. They all are and worse than what Malcolm has done. And I want to say worse because excuse me. Oh, excuse me. It's cold out here, y'all. Thank you. Wait a minute, let me mute.
Oh, hey,
Sorry
y'all.
about that. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem, Empress.
But yeah, it's for instance, I don't know if you guys where you all live, but I was out of state away from California for quite a few years and come back to notice I call them New Jack City type buildings, but you know them institutional buildings that they call tax credit properties. They propose to want to do help homelessness or clean up the neighborhood, all in the guise of not doing that at all. Okay. So, and the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, okay, tax credit properties, they're supposed to be the new low income, quote unquote. And the tax bracket of what you need to qualify to get in is such a tight window that a lot of people fall through the cracks. So it's still like the average is showing that instead of it being more housing, it's more homeless. All these buildings going up, but it's still homeless people. You see, so what he's done is just like what is these corporations are doing it on a way bigger scale and worse.
Right.
Okay. He's a Malcolm in the Middle type little dude that just happened to get overpowered by wise people who knew how to hold him accountable. Now, if more of us collectively did the same type of thing in holding all these and I could name a number of things that they could be held accountable for instance, putting that shit in our community. Okay?
Right.
making our families break up and stuff, sending folks off to wars and fighting and stuff they had nothing to do with and didn't benefit nothing and come back home to what?
But first, we need
Schizophrenia.
to clean our inside. We need to clean the inside first before we go for the white man. We need to clean the inside. You know what I'm saying?
The
These leaders,
inside is already corrupted because of the plan, the
exactly.
plot.
So when we got these leaders that want to be out here to manipulate um the disabled
Mhm.
people, the young
Mhm.
people, the elders and stuff, the single
Mhm.
moms, we need to
Right.
get rid of them because his intentions weren't pure.
Right. Come back, shell
He
shock.
was very
That's
dangerous.
Oh yes, definitely. And it's unfortunate. I mean, it's really like I said, I give kudos because he's one man that was able to be taken down. Um it's
It's
in our
not just
community,
him, it's
it's
his whole crew that's to being taken down with him. Because remember, they're not innocent. They made videos saying that they were going to be their next sheriff, the next
right.
judge, and all that.
Well, yeah, he pumped that in their head because he definitely had that plan in other places. He was telling people to do that in several different towns. He was like, look up and see
Indiana.
small towns where it's only like 1,000 residents, and they this that and other. He made a good point on how made it sound good. So that's why those people were very excited and gung ho to do stuff like that. But if you really want to do stuff like that, I'm sure it's a proper protocol. But he want to go in there and just try to gangster stuff out of people, and like they wasn't going to stand up to
Right.
him. Hey, like I said, that goes for everybody. In our community, the ones when I this was what brought me to thinking this way as far as holding other entities accountable, because when I read the books of certain individuals in our community who felt victim to their prey to be ones to corrupt our neighborhoods, because a lot of us don't read those books. I had to read them in college. And when I heard their story opposed to the narrative that was given, I can't take those. I can't take their words as if, oh, all our people are the ones that are the perpetrators originally. Some of them just didn't know what they were doing, and then once they figured it out, it's like, dang, I didn't know I
No,
was
it's
doing
just
all
that
this.
they didn't stay humble. They didn't stay humble. That's the problem. They was full of greed. They let greed take over them. And we don't
Oh
need
yeah,
them
with
type of
him,
leaders.
Oh,
We
definitely with him,
we
definitely.
don't need them type of leaders in our community, man.
I agree. Ain't nobody saying that we do. No, we don't need those kind of leaders. That's
Mm-mm.
exactly why I said everybody needs to be held accountable. It's not just our people, because what I was saying is some of those ones who have realized, unfortunately, Malcolm wasn't. He wasn't one who realized his error. He's still on the courthouse trying to justify whatever nonsense he was doing. Well, there's ones who realized the horrors that they caused in the communities. And when they want it out, just like in the gang banging world, you want out, no, you ain't finna just get out. We don't let you out that easy. And it's unfortunate those type of tactics come from high up. You gotta hold them accountable too. They're not exempt. They're not
You're
exempt.
right. You're absolutely right with that. I can't. I'm with you when you're right.
I don't care who it is. Anybody can get it, especially if the ones who's holding the paper can pay the rest, can pay the relief, can
Right.
pay the restitution, can give post limity. Hell, I want all mines, and they the ones who took it. So give it back. I
Right.
ain't asked you to come here. The real immigrants is the ones who we need to be holding accountable for all this stuff. Now, Malcolm gonna get his, and anybody else who acting like Malcolm, look like us, try to act like us, and unfortunately, you ain't us. You
Right.
over there with them, and you right there with them, because you took on their colonial mindset. You
Right.
took on their usury and what's that? Dictator Jim Jones, juice,
Coke.
passing out ass, you know?
Hmm.
Yep, coat, all that. And, you know, we all experience what we experience. I want to hold them all accountable. I don't care who it is. If you didn't turn your ways and you realize your errors and now you want to put the positive in the community, come on, get it. You good. But for the ones who don't want to recognize, like, you still got shit on you, you still want to have stuff on you, you gonna get it. I want you to get it.
Right. Not yet, Alicia. He goes to court on March the 25th. So when he goes to court on March the 25th, that's when they're going to do the permanent injunction. And because they probably won't leave, they're going to be out there like dummies because they don't realize they're getting fined for being out there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's going to be like 3 times that 220,000 amount. It's nothing he could have did about that 20,000 because he didn't show up to court. And so they went on and did court without him. You know, which is why he probably came this time because he didn't want to get another fine, you know. But he said, he said he took these people from their home to homeless list. And that's so true because they know those people out there homeless. They already know it. They already know it. So hopefully these 3 months will go by fast. But we know for a fact and for sure that they're definitely going to hold him accountable. They already said they have another criminal case that they're, you know, doing with him now. And he was trying to talk about that case, but that's not it. See, he wanted to talk about the criminal case while he's not there. No, they want you here when they talk about your criminal case because they can arrest you and make your ass stay there until you go to trial. They can do that. Why? Because it took them so long to reach him. They sent letters.
Yeah. That's what they intend to do. I promise you. That's what he was trying to be all nice to the judge, like the judge won't trick you up and get you locked up, dude.
Exactly.
That was funny. We
Yeah.
need you here. We need you here so we can arrest you.
Right.
Okay.
Just like Wonderland said, they were playing chess with his ass. They was playing chess. Yes, that closing argument was epic. But did y'all hear how he sounded? He trying to sound like Dr. Martin Luther King. And I just wish y'all could have seen his demeanor before that judge said he was going to be on YouTube. When he found out he was going to be on YouTube, his whole demeanor changed. He wanted to be at like Billy Badass, like he's saying something, you know. And I'm sure those porch puppies like, yeah, Tanner, tell him. And they probably thought they were going to win too. Because the judge had him thinking he was going to win. Baby.
I'm so glad he don't know some of the stuff that some of the circles I roll with, because and the reason why I said it, like, a lot of those people are really upstanding people. They really, really stump down. But if he had some of the knowledge, oh my gosh, he would have been, oh, I don't know. He might have been able to duck and dodge, but the devil can't never duck and dodge. So not when you doing evil to good people, you ain't gonna duck and dodge. But that's why I said I'm glad he don't know none of the stuff, because he probably definitely would have tried. Just that they try whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I'm so proud of y'all. Like, I'm just happy. Like, I don't be getting on the lives too much because I be having so much going on. But like, girl, you guys kept going and made sure that was good.
I want to thank everybody too for being, you know, for having my back and supporting the live and standing with me, you know what I'm saying, to get this man off of TikTok, off these social medias, because as long as he's saying free, generational wealth, breaking generational curses, he's gonna get attention with that, because a lot of people want generational wealth, and they're looking at all these videos that he has these people playing like he's giving them houses or property, and he hadn't given them anything. He just had them pay for his bid and the tax certificate. He did the rest, petition the court to put the property in his name. So none of those people ever got anything. And the thing that kills me is that Those people in there, those original porch puppies that just don't want to go nowhere, none of them have houses. Not one. And all of them lied for him. Yeah, I got 5 houses. Juanita told one girl, her name was Kim, and said, yeah, Malcolm gave me 4 houses. I'll show you how to do it. And had that baby fill out an application that included her social security number. Yeah. That included her social security number and had her Zelled $1,000 to her checking account. 2 days later, when she saw our live, baby, 2 days later, she tried to retrieve her money and they had already closed the account. So all of them are scamming. All of them are felons. Why they tried to trump all my charges, try to make it seem like I'm a criminal. I ain't never did no time or nothing like that. You know, I'm this big old age of 50 and I ain't never did no time in nobody's jail. Yet they're putting all those charges on me, and then they made a mug shot of me, right? They forgot to clip out the seatbelt. And Anthony Lanes did that. And they all shared it because Malcolm told them to. They knew it wasn't true because Malcolm told. And Malcolm also told those people in the clubhouse to press charges against me and sue me for defamation and harassment. I don't even know none of them people. And only one person asked, well, why? Everybody else said, well, how do we do it? That one person said, well, why are we pressing charges on her? Oh, because she's talking about me and Vice President Juanita, and if she talks about us, it makes all of us look bad. Well, what somebody should have asked him is why you ain't sued her. She been talking mad shit about you for 2 whole years now. And you ain't sued her yet. Yet you suing all these people for frivolous lawsuits like the $150 million lawsuit he had in Grant County. That's dismissed. He lost his so-called hotel, which was the YMCA. It was dilapidated. And that's where they got the wood for, that they're building them dang on 4 by, it looked like 6 by, I don't know. I don't think it's even a 10 by 8 or nothing. It's probably smaller than that. But it's not even, they have, what you call them, 2 by 10s and plywood. And the plywood is, they use it on the roof. Did you see those pictures of the last thing that they put out there? And he wants those people that's out there to move in those small buildings, and so they can have room for the other ones that come. Is that not crazy? It is crazy. I'm looking for the picture real quick. Wow.
He said he used to go and get because homeless people will easily give you their social security number, their ID, and all that stuff. He said he'd go find a vacant house and get them all kind of credit and, houses, all kind of rack up stuff. He did that for a while. But he went to jail though. He obviously did time. He got out to talk about. So all he does on his podcast is bring on people who do shit like what Malcolm did after they did their time, and because when they turn a new leaf, they get a whole new lifeline. A lot of these criminals are right on TV telling a story. And they didn't turn a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing everybody in there, women too. Women in done some men. This one lady was in there talking about she was doing something similar to what he was doing. They'd go get all these homeless people, and just made a killing. And then they go back to them and get them a few little something. But then they was trying to get them homeless people to be held accountable for those. Yeah. Disabled, elderly.
And
They didn't care who it was.
the ones that deceased and everything, and it's
Yeah.
like they not even doing nothing with the money. They charge, people don't care. As soon as they get in their hands, it's gone.
And like
Not
this
doing
picture
nothing for the
here,
community or nothing.
Andre went live and said, "This is Bradford Chronicles, Tanner County." He's still calling it Tanner County. And he asked the question, "What are your kids doing?" Well, my grandkids are that age and they're in school. At the time, they was out there calling themselves rebuilding the inside of the RV. None of those babies had on protective gear, gloves, eye goggles, or anything. He had them out there measuring and cutting wood with the electric saw. And they should have been in school. But he also had those babies out 2 o'clock in the morning, calling themselves building on this bullshit that he's trying to build. And it's just a front so he could keep getting people's money. He had to shit or get off the pot because the lie was getting around and people was finding out the truth about him. And that's why he even went out there. He wasn't supposed to build nothing out there. He knew that was industrial property. He just needed some space so he could act like he was building something so he could continue getting $100 a month from these people. And that's the saddest part. Because now, I'm sure he's going to go up from 100 to about 200 or 300. You know what I'm saying? Because how he going to pay that $220,000? He ain't got it. Mr. Millionaire. And he's still around here with these houses, so-called houses on cinder blocks. Right, Melanated Libra, you're absolutely right. She said that judge used psychology on his ass, got him real comfortable, then boom, you ain't lying. Checkmate. Checkmate. He really thought that man was going to throw that case out. Come on, man. They need you to come back. And they want all them people to stay there with you so they could take all y'all to jail at the same time. That'll keep them from having to travel all over America to pick y'all asses up. And still, and see, this is the question that I have, right? So even after this, right, and they were told that they have to leave the property again, right? If something happened to those kids, whose fault would it be? It wouldn't fall on the county because they told them they had to leave, right?
Be on the mom and them, but then again, if somebody's clever enough, it will fall on the county because when the county has jurisdiction, hey, it's so many ways it can turn around. People then went in people's house and robbed them and got shot, and then they sued the people who they went in and robbed.
That's
It's crazy. I know it's crazy. So the laws be weird in certain places where you at. You be in one state, think you got right to defend yourself, and then you don't. You gotta damn near almost be dead to well, sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but and alive in order to protect yourself. Right? What is that word? Stand your guard, stand your guard, stand your ground.
saying it,
Well,
Brown.
stand your ground. That's not acceptable everywhere.
Okay, so Original Beauty says the TROs have been issued. It protects the county because they've already told them to get on. They stayed on their own. They just didn't leave.
Right.
So if something happens
No,
to
no.
those babies, it would be totally on him because he was told.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope nothing will happen to him. That's all I'm saying. Because that's not fair.
Are those his children or other people's? The other
No,
people.
them other people kids. His kids ain't out there. In fact, the judge, his oldest daughter, that was supposed to be the judge out there, baby, she was out there for 3 days. She got home and walked to the police station and told the police that her dad chokes him out and he starves him. She said he doesn't let him go to school and he doesn't homeschool him. She says he doesn't own a book, right? So then she says the younger teenage girl, he locked up in the basement for a month with a dead dog as punishment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then his wife just delivered in November. He has somebody in his movement pregnant too. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. And then his ex came on and told us about Cassie, which we already knew that he put a pew-pew in her vagina. But what we didn't know is that he bust her from the rooter to the tutor. That's on my clip too, on my page. And she said she knows facts because she heard it from Malcolm and Cassie. And Cassie did come on live and say everything Marguerite, which is the lady she used to run to when Malcolm have her head between the washer and dryer. And she told us a lot of stuff. And Cassie came on this panel and she said everything she said was true. But we just didn't know about that part. She having to go to the hospital. And he told her to tell those people that we were just having wild sex so he won't go to jail. Is that not crazy? That is crazy.
Damn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Ooh, how you?
nah, I'm good.
Right.
I hope
Anybody else
that.
have any questions? Chocolate Queen, Peace Tea Wonderland, or anybody in the chat?
No, I don't have anything.
But what you think about it though, Peace Tea? What you think about his closing statement?
It was funny.
Yes, it was.
But I think that Zoom was the show and tell the real smile for the camera. You know?
Absolutely.
And
Because they
like
probably
you
couldn't really
said,
figure out through the posts and stuff who's who. So by them being on that Zoom, it identified who was who.
That's that
right.
chess they was playing.
And it ain't
And
no
while they were
chess.
sitting there, they ran the check on the address.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Ain't
was
no.
on that Zoom.
Because I guarantee, mark my words, they gonna get them. They gonna get them for tax fraud too. And I'm just gonna leave
Still
that at
doing
that.
the taxes now.
They already know. They already know what he all about. They
Yeah,
already
they
know.
did their research.
Uh-huh. Well, they just chilling, just waiting on the move. Well,
What killed me is they had already told them, Malcolm, that they're booked up and the closest was April. Ah, no, I can't do that. I have obligations. I have obligations. Yeah, he probably planned a trip to go to Loving County. I mean, not Loving County, to Thailand again. But I don't think he's gonna make it to Thailand next year. Yes. Chocolate, did you have anything you want to say? Wonderland? Welcome, Destiny.
Hey,
yeah, that. Go ahead. Hey,
sorry, I just got in here. I was listening to the press conference for the Ashley Buzzard thing.
Okay.
That poor child. That poor
Yeah.
child.
Wonderland, you have something to say?
yeah, I'm just gonna hold off right now. I'm trying to put Taylor down.
Okay. Well, anybody could say what they had to say. Yes, definitely happy holidays, everybody. Yes, Melanated Libra, I believe so. That was their way to get the list of everybody out there, and all they have to do is subpoena their TikToks. And I don't care how much they delete it, because I knew he was going to go on a deleting spree anyway. They went on a deleting spree before they went to the Cornell X's interview. So yeah, we already knew. Queen, you quiet tonight. All right, y'all. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and I'll be back tomorrow night at 9:30. And y'all have
All
a
right.
good night. And I thank y'all so much again. I thank y'all. I wouldn't have been able to
Okay,
do
you have a good
that.
night as well.
All right, Chocolate, Erica,
Good night,
everybody.
y'all.
Good night.
Good
Y'all have a
night.
good one. And I'll see y'all
Y'all pat
tomorrow.
yourself on the back. Y'all did a good job. It ain't over, but you know this is
All of us
almost
did a
over.
good job. We appreciate it. Everybody
It's
contributed.
almost over.
Almost
So
over.
tired of that damn man. Don't make no
You,
damn sense.
girl, I'm sick of them. But one thing I
I
do
just don't
know,
want to wait 3 months. But I understand. I
yeah,
understand.
they got to make sure they have all their T's crossed and their
Mm-hmm.
I's dotted because they had the Texas Rangers in there. They had investigators in there. Y'all seen all them people in there.
Yep.
And the
It's
only people
deeper.
he had was those people. And then he thought about it. That's what happened. He thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
If I have my witness, they're going to question my witness too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they might ask him, well, how much do you pay a month? And he thought about that shit and he was like, oh, no, I don't want no witnesses. Because he wanted to sit there and keep antagonizing that deputy. That's what he does. See, I feel like that man felt like he just looked camera shy to me. That's all that is.
Yeah.
It's camera shy. But
Mm-hmm.
because Malcolm felt like he saw a weakness, that's why he kept going after him. That's why he kept going at him, asking him questions that were totally irrelevant. And the judge damn near pulled all his hair out. I hate for him to have to go to court with him again. But I think that court is not going to be in Loving County. It's going to be somewhere else. I can't remember where they said it may be. But I'll let y'all know. I'll definitely
Okay.
let you know. And y'all have a good night. And thanks again. I appreciate all of y'all more than y'all know. And
All right.
please, if you guys can go through my page and share those reposts so it can get around to everybody. And with that being said, y'all have a great night. And thanks again, as always. Good night.
I'm strapping my vest in, bringing this motherfucking tech in. Like Big as the plug said.